Hello, good evening. Good evening, everyone. This is LV after the 2 week being away from the office. Although I'm working from home, but this is the first time I reported for work after October 11, and it has been some time, and I miss I miss so many things in the office. It was a busy day for me today, and I was thinking that probably I could record something to share with you my experience insofar as what happened to us or to me. Of course, I couldn't disclose the other details, but more or less whatever I could share, I would try to share, and share with you whatever thoughts I have insofar as what happened. Okay, so basically, yes. I had a virus. The second time confirmed this time because in the first time I just had my own antigen, doing my own routine. However, for this particular time, I had it checked by a professional. So as such, yes, I was tested positive of virus. So. I don't want to disclose how I got it, but basically, yes, I had the virus. So, um, it what are my thoughts and learning on this? So basically, I never thought that the virus would have an incubation period. I mean, what I'm saying is, in the first few days there are no symptoms and you're okay. Then gradually, as the virus is slowly germinating inside you, and then you slowly have the symptoms. As it is, because I'm old and probably because I have so many puyat moments earlier on. So as such, I am not that strong probably when I had the virus, and as such, I had some symptoms that are really worrisome. Of course, I couldn't, announce it outrightly because, as it is, I'm still trying to figure what will I do. Not to mention that I need not worry. I cannot worry about myself alone because I have to worry about the people inside the house who are all positive as well. So you can just imagine the situation wherein all of you are in the house and everyone is positive. So what are my takeaways or learning from it? Number one is the virus is still there. While we are probably having, the first-hand immunity, or shall I say protection by way of our vaccination, still and all, we can actually catch the virus. And for me, I even had a recent before that, a week after before that, probably I had the flu vaccine. No, so I was thinking that I would not have that particular strong symptoms, but as it is, I have the same symptoms as the others. Weak muscles, muscle pain, and I had some diarrhea. I also had severe cough, and I had very high fever. And even if I have been sick of coughs and colds since I was young, particularly because in Mindoro it's very prevalent actually. However, I didn't had to endure, say, more than 3 days or 4 days, because usually after 3 days or 4 days I'm well. However, in this particular time, I experienced a different one. This time, probably I'm not that good. I'm not that well actually. As such, the symptoms really, the virus really hit me. But of course, I'm so grateful. What I'm grateful, however, is that my husband was the one who easily got healed, and that is enough consolation for me. That is a very nice news for me and for us, because if my husband is well, then we could be well. What we mean. Of course, and then that's my one. And number two is, even if you have the vaccines, you really can't catch the virus, and it's not easy. It's not as fast. The recuperation is not as fast as the usual flu. It could be a week or two. Like in my case, it spans for 2 weeks. And however, you really have to take care of your health, because you don't know how intense or how grave the impact on your body would be, right? So um, buti na lang I have stocks of fruits, vegetables, all those, and vitamins and all that. However, I sometimes I'm so makulit and that as such that I'm remiss in taking some of vitamins daily. Even if I have stocks of vitamins, still I'm tamad sometimes or forgetful of taking the vitamins. So never ever skip your supplements, because that would particularly aid you in defense of the virus. And then yes, number one, you can catch the virus. There's still the virus, although the impact might be not as strong as before at the height of the pandemic, of which we are very grateful of. Number two is you should really build your a very strong immune system, not only by taking supplements, but by eating nutritious food, and by taking enough sleep, because our body can only endure as much, right? So, and number three is you should be, shall I say, be sensitive of other people's feelings, because probably people might call you and ask for padilibiran mo naman ako ng pagkain and all that, but that could mean a different message. That could mean that he or she cannot cook, and as such is asking for help. And so that could be a good deed from you if someone calls you and ask for help. Number four is we are very grateful that we have a doctor in the family, and as such we need not be worried about who will make the receta and all that, because in the beginning we were just taking our analgesics. However, when the symptoms really worsen, then we have to take antibiotics. And we did follow what our doctor said, and fortunately we are okay. Another takeaway is that you are not healed until you are completely healed. What I'm saying is, I don't have the colds anymore or the cough anymore, and I was slowly going back to my usual turn by washing clothes and all that, and then suddenly I again felt symptoms of cough, colds, and all these things. So I was thinking that wag magpasaway. I mean, if you're not well, then allow your body to heal, because the body has its own antibodies that would really effectively heal in itself over time. But as such, however, because I have so many functions, then I don't have the choice actually but to move, and I cannot. I have to tend to the household jobs and tasks. So that's what happened to me, and it pays that there are people around you. The family is very supportive, and there are friends whom you can call, and who can give you advice on what to do and all that. Even if I already memorized the luya luya, lemon lemon, and all that, still and all, you need boost from friends who would effectively uplift your spirits. There's even one who sent ulam and cook swam for me, and that is very sweet of her. And I'm so grateful for people like that, for people like her. So yeah, that's what happened to me. I hope that I am now negative, and I hope that I wouldn't catch the virus again, because another lesson is you should not be matigas or ulo, hard-headed, and complacent just like me, because sometimes I'm too trusting. Like when I went to Peña Francia, there are moments that I don't wear my mask, because almost 70% there are not wearing masks. So however, you should also think of the fact that in my case, my husband is sick, so I have to not only protect myself, but protect the people that I would be encountering or meeting after my work, right? So, or after my trip. So it's really a sense of responsibility that should be innate in you, and you should not be saying bahala na and all that. No, there should be no bahala na attitude, basically. So that's my takeaway on what happened to me, and I'm so grateful. And I don't want to sound religious and all that, but really, I was thinking that my prayers helped, my all the good deeds and the prayers helped in a way, and that God really listens, because I was pleading to Him that, oh my God, please don't, please heal us, every one of us, because I cannot imagine, like, for example, if my husband is in the hospital, and my son is sick, and I'm sick, and who will take care of everyone, and everyone, other members of the family outside of our house are also, not well. So it's really something that I wouldn't discount the possibility that God really helped us in this particular instance, as always, and He always listens to the prayers and my pleas that, please heal me, because I really need to be well and up and above and about. So that's my take. There, I also had certain feelings of depression, to be honest. There are times that I would just cry in the evening, and even when there are silent moments, I would be crying. I felt there are times that I feel so alone, and that's something that I really need to address, because I cannot be, sad. I need to be up and about for people, not for me, and for the people around me who needs my support, and who needs my shall I say, good vibes, so that I could inspire them as well. So those are my takeaways for what happened. And as I said, number one, the virus is still there. Be careful. You can catch it even if you have the vaccines, and try to get the boosters, because it would help. And then number two is try to help anyone who is in need. If you hear somebody who is, afflicted with virus, try to send something, and not material, immaterial, or anything, or advice, or a thought, or something that would help. And because there's a certain degree that you feel alone, and that you feel so just in your lonesome, and you just have to, sometimes you cry, and of course, I have the privilege of going to the hospital because I have the medical coverage anyway. However, I preferred and opted to stay at home, because as well, the hospital protocol now is very strict, wherein if you are hospitalized, then your companion must be treated, must be also tested of RT-PCR, and as well, he cannot, in Makati Med, you cannot get out until the patient is already totally, well, and discharged from the hospital. So those are my thoughts of this particular happening in my life. It was sad because I was thinking, oh my, I don't have, all my plans are being halted, and all my activities are being stopped. But there was, I can't remember even posting updates on Facebook, because I was very weak, really. I was very weak, and the pain in my muscles is very I was thinking that I should practice kinetic energy, wherein I would ask the muscle to move to me, because I was really very, very weak. So, but thank God I'm up and about, and thank you to everyone, to my daughter, doctor, to the family who supported every one of us, and to God, of course, and to my colleagues, to my friends who are always there, and to my relatives. I'm so grateful to all of you. But what I'm saying is, yeah, you should avoid getting sick, stay well, build your immune system, and never ever think that you are spared, that you will be spared, because everyone could really catch the virus. So, as it is, to summarize, number one, the virus is still there. Protect yourself, wear a mask, and all that. You should accept that as a reality, even if you have the vaccines. And number two, try to help people who are in need. Number three, build your immune system by taking exercise, sleeping well on time, and taking your supplements, eating nutritious food, and all that. And number four is stay away from crowded places, closed spaces, and all that, because as it is, if you're there, you better wear your mask. Really, it helps, even if not everyone is wearing the mask. It's still your sense of responsibility. And Number five is, if you have the symptoms, please don't report to the office yet, because it's a matter of being concerned and responsible. Because if someone catch the virus because of you, then it's a sense of responsibility, right? So that's one thing that my family told me, because I was really raring to come back immediately, and then my son told me, "Ma, kawawa naman yung maahawa mo," and all that. So that's my take, and I'm so grateful to all of you. That's what's happened to me. I'm well and about, and but there are times that when I stand too long, nahihilo pa rin ako, and there are times that sometimes I feel a certain vertigo. Wala na akong vertigo dati and all that. So, but ang maganda naman, hindi naman ako nakakalimot. Because the people are saying that all that had COVID, a certain degree of lack of memory and all that. That's not happening to me, and thank you God for that. So, thank you to all of you, and to all your support to the family. And yeah, I had the virus, and please get well and stay healthy, everyone. When you're sick, the world stops, and the health is wealth. There's no exchange for having good health. God bless everyone, and thank you for your friendship. God bless, and good evening.